I help businesses with their customer relationship. So I talk to them about their processes, I talk to them about their software solutions, how they can best get reporting bits and pieces, but also quite a lot of the soft stuff as well. So how a company's culture needs to change from spreadsheets and hoarding leads and bits and pieces like that to a kind of a baseline where everyone is sharing that information, and how that can actually be quite a big shift, and management needs to be able to manage the staff and all that kind of stuff.
And that big shift, what kind of shift is that shift?
Well, it can be anything from learning how to share the information to well, actually some of the managers need to change the way that they think as well. One of the things that frustrates me enormously is where you go to these companies and the sales managers don't like the salespeople to see each other's opportunities and leads, and they actually, I think they actually, in all my experience with all these different businesses and the way they run, they actually lose more business by doing that. So it's yeah, I guess a big shift of a whole mindset about how you take part in a business.
A shift of mindset. Is there anything else about that mindset?
Well, I said that the hoarding of information is key to that, because and I find a lot of businesses, or the people in the business, they have their job and they think that perhaps with this new software that they're going to be made redundant, or they're going to be given extra work, and there's a deal of kind of looking after them and explaining to them how yes, some bits of what they do they'll need to do more of because it's inevitable, but actually if they look at this bit, then it'll be much easier and much simpler.
And this bit, what kind of this bit? Is that this bit?
It's normally the bit that they have the biggest trouble with. That's why they bought the system initially. So it's always a balance between what was going to be proactive for them and what is going to be a little bit of extra work, like the recording of all their communications and phone calls and stuff like that. They're like, oh God, I have to make this note every single time. Well, yes, you do, but then in 6 months' time, when they look back and they see all of that and everyone else, and that's again, it's that whole concept of sharing the information, and everybody's using this. It's not just you don't need to make a note in your little Excel spreadsheet that I called that date, and you don't actually know that Charlie, Fred, and Joe also called that customer that day, and he's getting a bit annoyed by that.
That's great. Thank you very much.